Alright guys, welcome back to Path of Exile Standard Edition during the Delirium League. We're trying to learn the game so we can come back through Hardcore in the Delirium League and not die and play the game that we really want to play. Last episode we did a little bit of talk about spiders in the movie Arachnophobia. We kind of latched onto it there. And I promised to look into the production of Arachnophobia 2, and I'm pleased to announce that there are some fan-made stuff that was made several years ago, but that's not really what we're interested here. There's a site called wildaboutmovies.com, to which has an entry called Arachnophobia 2020. Arachnophobia 2020 release dates to be announced. It says, Arachnophobia 2020 is a remake of the 1990 film of the same name. The original Arachnophobia was directed by Frank Marshall, in what was also his directorial debut, and starred Jeff Daniels. I forgot about Jeff Daniels in that movie. John Goodman, Harley Jane Kozak, and Julian Sands. It was the first movie released by Disney Hollywood Pictures label. It's interesting. The film revolved around a newly discovered Venezuelan spider being transported to a small American town and producing a new species of deadly spiders, which began killing the town's residents. Arachnophobia, named after the fear of spiders and other arachnids such as scorpions, made use of Avondale spiders from New Zealand, which were picked due to their large size and harmless nature. The film took place in a respectable $53 million. The film took in a respectable $53 million at the domestic box office back in 1990. It was rated PG-13, surprisingly. So here's New Zealand again. I guess they used New Zealand is the location where Grinding Gear Games studio is located, or their headquarters or company. That's where they're based in. They used, in the making of Arachnophobia, they used spiders called the Avondale spiders from New Zealand. Let me make sure that that's where... just checking something real quick. Yes, okay. There's a trailer here. It's only a minute long. And it looks like it could be an older trailer from the first one, so I don't want to... I'll have to double check before this is over with. And let me write that down. If it is, maybe I'll put a couple screenshots of what is in that 1 minute trailer, which is never long. Screenshots of Arachnophobia 2. Possible. And I'll just leave in the description of this video if that's a thing, so you can check now and see if that's something you need to look forward to at the... well, I guess I'll do it right now. Let's check the recording time. Insert at 3 minutes. Insert if at 3:43. It's a different time than what you guys got, but... and so I'll be inserting that now. If you're afraid of spiders, skip ahead 2 minutes. Skip ahead 1 minute. So that'll be 4:43 for me. And I'll make sure that there's no spider material in that minute. Now, if there's nothing here at this time, that means either the... I picked the firefly. The trailer wasn't actually a trailer for Arachnophobia 2, or there wasn't anything interesting in the trailer. There's a ton of fireflies in there, it looks like. I'm tempted to just watch the trailer right now. I should have watched it before I started the episode. Mistakes were made, guys. Mistakes were made. I mean, maybe, you know what, I'll tell you what, we're gonna watch it. What are they gonna do, demonetize me? Yes. I'm watching my second monitor and also playing the game at the same time. This does not look like Arachnophobia, though. I don't see anything to do with spiders, guys. There's a dog walking around. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. A lot of people look really upset. There's like a horse running. I don't think it's for arachnophobia too. Well, unless... No, there's no... This just feels like a beer commercial. What have I watched? I've been bamboozled. Oh, I was watching a beer commercial. Ah, that's funny. So I hit play on that under the assumption that that was the trailer. Because it's put right there, and that was just a beer commercial that I could hit play to watch. Guys, I don't know how to internet. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm new to this thing, and I'm very embarrassed about what just happened, so let's keep that here for now. If you would, please. I got suckered into watching a beer commercial. That's... How could this happen to me? Deliver the fireflies to Yina at the temple. Okay, we got all the fireflies. I guess even though that wasn't the trailer for it, if it's coming out in 2020, there probably is some kind of media out there for it. And I still will post it, though. As you'll already have known by this point. You already know if I'm going to do that or not. Ten of Despair, do we want to go down here? I don't know. I don't know. Let's, oh, this is where... Let's see if we can do this event again. Okay. Optional quest. I'm not scared of optional quest. Really? Are we missing any big summons? Not really. Ooh, that... Ow! Jeez. We're almost missing our health bar there, though. We gotta be very careful when we come back through here on hardcore. That was kind of crazy there.
Thus I release you from motherhood's rage. The tragedy is that our world, our kind, may turn something as pure and honorable as a mother's love into such a vicious weapon of wrath and butchery. I only hope that Grathkor will find her children, happy in her arms, in the realms beyond.
Well, we got something new there. What do we got? This one? 1% additional physical damage reduction for each hit you've taken recently, up to a maximum of 5%. 1% additional physical damage reduction for each hit you've taken recently, up to a maximum of 5. What is recently, I guess? Enemies that have hit you within an attack recently have an 8% reduced attack speed versus 5% reduced fire damage while moving. We want to fight a spider. I don't think a spider is going to throw fire at us, so sure. Appreciate you, Sin, as always. Until you turn on us, like we know you will. You've been a great help. It is a satisfying sound of charging through there. Excuse me. Gastrointestinal problems there. Was something screaming and running at us there? I kind of missed that. How did this reset out here? I mean, I'm okay with getting some sulfite for Nico? Let's see if we can find the last one. Actually, we're probably almost... Nope. Nope, don't run! Don't run! Yep. I'd like to level up. Always good. We're probably about full on sulfite. Nah, not quite.
This'll do nicely, Exile.
We were gonna go this way and grab this stuff here. And then something else. I don't know why this reset in here. Maybe we were in here for a while. Well, longer than I thought anyway. How cool would it be, guys, if they did Arachnophobia 2 this year?
The grieving mother sleeps once more. Her story has come to fascinate me, and your conquest of her makes for a satisfying dramatic climax, don't you think? I'm but an old man living vicariously through your life. As history seems intent on repeating itself, I should record it in a book. An historical account of the goddess Gruthkul and the legendary champion who defeated her. Yes, the title needs a bit of work.
We're getting royalties before the book was published. Skill point? Or is that a respec point? No, skill point. I don't really rate the respec points yet because
you are like the frog that strikes the fly faster than I can see. No. Carry your bright bags to Arakali's gate. We will meet there and brew our fire dew. Not here. Too much to burn. Too many to make blind.
Yeah, we knew that.
Yes?
Let me slide some items, please. Can I show you my wares? Actually, doesn't look half bad. I think ours is better, though. I'm still gonna hang on to those, even though I feel like these are gotta be garbage.
Yes?
Maybe you can upgrade them and they turn into something amazing. I don't know. I'm steeped in ignorance here, guys. Steeped in it. My cup overfloweth with ignorance.
Hello.
Blessed Orb, I feel like those are good too. Oh, we already 16 strength. Actually, 16 strength is 16 strength. It's not terrible. Yeah, I feel like these are really high currency. Actually, is Blessed Orb the really rare one? Let me just double check. I feel like these are like... These might be like 1 in 100,000. Like really, really rare to drop. I know there's one really rare item that you hardly ever see in the game that I was reading about. I feel like it might be this. Let's go. Let's look for PoE currency values or value chart. Value chart. Oh, it's the Exalted Orb. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, the Exalted Orb was the one that... that's the coveted. Blessed Orbs are worth... No, they're worth negative. No, they're not worth negative. It's not the one I thought, though. No value there, so... It adds like a triple face. I can't remember what it's called, and I just said it. Unfortunate that. I remember what it looks like, though. Yeah, there was a channel I was watching called Engineering Reality. And he does very in-depth guides on Path of Exile. But he was talking about the drop chance of that specific orb, and he said he'd been playing for 6 years and had never seen one. 5 years he had never seen one. And so I too expect to never see one. So that's the way that goes.
Fireflies, so bright and juicy with flame. Now for the right. I warn you, Stand back and be not afraid of what you see. And be not afraid for me. The spirit guides and protects. Though I may change, I shall still be. Will always.
Is she gonna turn into a big firefly? Turn into a fox? Alright. I'm not afraid. I ain't scared of no fox. Hold shift to attack from your current location? Yeah. Alright, we've got to stop this spider wedding. Things I didn't think I was going to say in this game, but happy to be saying. I was thinking about these spiders and how you don't quite look like... I mean, they're big spiders, right? They gotta be huge. Person size, otherwise, you know, if they made them like a real size spider, you wouldn't even be able to see them on the screen. But I wonder what the spiders in New Zealand look like. If they used them for the movie Arachnophobia. And if so, do they kind of look like these? Or this is where the inspiration came from for these models in this game? Those same spiders? The world may never know. Like spiders like that size, right? It's probably to scale of how a real spider... Actually, that's a pretty big spider, even in scale. That's like a spider you burn the house down if you see. Ugh. It's a spooky visual. I see you creeping in there, spider. Let's read the shrine. Our Temple of Decay was built so that we, her chosen, might sustain our great goddess in a pursuit of the secrets that lust and life would keep us from. Okay, so I think we read this last episode. Yeah. No, we did not. Because I don't remember this word. Arachnophage. Yeah. Okay. Well, hopefully you guys read that because we did not read it. It's alright. She's basically talking about she's got worshippers. And, yeah, she's beloved. And she overcame some other spider. Guys, I know how to read, okay? Let's see, scroll wisdom. Yeah. I like the way the bone chests look. I'll say the nice thing about not having to worry about dying as much is I kind of enjoy the scenery a little bit. I thought I wasn't enjoying it before, but it's a lot easier to just kind of take it in. One Zmobi. I feel like the terrible drop rate that comes out of opening these chests is probably like a relic from when, in the early game, it was overtuned. I'm just speculating here. The fact that there's never anything in any of the chests in this game. A relic from when it was overtuned and they had to keep nerfing what would drop out of there. And the only solution was to basically burn it down, which I don't like that. I know it seems like, well, you just change the number from instead of 9%, you just go to 8%. But code can be finicky like that sometimes, where you just have to kind of take what you can get. They're probably a lot, well, I don't know. That's probably not why that happened. In fact, I highly doubt that's why that happened. The more I think about it. You never know, though. I like whatever buff we're rocking right now. What are we supposed to do? Complete the incursion and find Self. Interrupt the wedding. That's our mission right now. We came down this way. Yeah, I always pick up a scroll of wisdom. Getting to the point though where we're actually having a reserve of wisdom scrolls. Which is funny, at the start of the game it's really like the first 5 or 6 levels you're kind of starved for them. And then for whatever reason you just become almost like an over commodity. That's the best word I can come up to describe that, but it's probably not really what I want to say. They become too ubiquitous. Too ubiquitous. Their ubiquity is too great. You know, I don't even bother seeing what the affixes are to these corrupted zones, but I should probably start looking at it because... And trying to learn some more stuff about this game, I saw that these affixes can actually get pretty nasty. And, yeah, you could go on something and just be like, oh, well, this is... it's just a normal corruption, and then it's like, oh yeah, but the minions do... I don't know, 200% damage, and you also have negative resistances. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Do people still play Monopoly, or are people aware of what it is? Do Zoomers play Monopoly? Or not? Yeah, Zoomers. Gen Z. I don't even know what they call them, to be honest. The younger generation, do they play Monopoly? I bet they are. Monopoly's, I always enjoyed the digital Monopoly. Most people don't like that version of the game, though. They like the tactile feel of the money, but I personally prefer the digital version because you didn't have to keep track of anything. Which I'm guessing some people just enjoy that part. I enjoy enslaving the machine and making it do it. Should I be reading these? I had nothing. I was nothing. I sold my flesh to survive. Today my flesh belongs to my queen. I don't know if those are all different in each zone. We have not been reading them, though. We'll start reading them just to check. Yeah, anyway, digital Monopoly. You can tell I'm starting to get comfortable with recording, and maybe I'll regress tomorrow, but... Or maybe I'm just getting comfortable with this game where I kind of said all I wanted to really... Well, I definitely haven't said all I wanted to say about it, but... I'm done kind of exploring the basics. The basics of what we're witnessing. We've been witnessing. And becoming probably efficient enough at the game where I can talk about other things at the same time. We'll see. Yeah, it looks like a giant... Oh, I thought that was a giant spider that was just up in the ceiling. Ooh, some soldier gloves? %, max life seems good. I think. Well, I can kind of check, can't we? 25% increased freeze damage on enemies. Yeah, maybe it's good ice pair of gloves. Which we are not an ice wizard. Digital Monopoly. Sidetracked there. Lost my thoughts thinking about other things. Yeah, I like not having to mess with the money. but I think most people prefer the tactile feel. And I don't hate the tactile feel, the money, or having to count it. I just, you know, I was alive and playing Monopoly when the digital version was invented, and it kind of blew me away that that was a thing you could just do. Just have the machine keep track of it. It was like the golden age where all board games came out with like a digital version. Which, oddly enough, they put it in everything, and I don't think it was necessary or popular and everything. Like it actually was seen as maybe a failure in some cases. I don't really know that. I'm actually talking on the side of my head again about that. I'm making wild assumptions about my own personal experiences and applying it to the general population. Always a dangerous thing to do. Don't do it. I got a little bit lost here, but it's definitely, let's see where we're going to go. I can't imagine how much slower we would be without that charge. No, I wanted to pick that up. So this, right, so this is a magic piece of armor, just to show you. So I learned something. I thought magic pieces could have would have exactly 2 modifiers on them, but they have actually, it's 1, 2, 2. I don't think it can have 0, but maybe. And then magic is up to 6. So magic up to 2. And rare up to 6. I'm thinking about it, that's the first unique item we've seen in a while. In a long while. It's like the game rewards you for playing the League and... Well, at least the League. Right? I don't know if they make a distinction between hardcore or not hardcore. I mean, to be honest with you, that's the biggest letdown of dying to one of the bigger ones. Is we don't get to play the League. But I think if they decided to let players do that, then everybody would just play hardcore, because there'd be no real penalty for... I mean, that is the penalty, I guess. The big penalty. But everyone would just play hardcore. Because if they were going to play League anyway, and they were allowed to die once, yeah, just start a character in hardcore, who cares? I guess the stash issue is still an issue. Like, you don't get to keep your stash, but... Starting to lose track of time there. I wasn't sure how deep we were into the episode. We're not even halfway. We got tons of episode left, and this was the episode I promised to put in arachnophobia information. I've got it written down. Will not forget. And I will not forgive. What are we doing? Stopping a wedding. I'm here to stop a wedding, guys. Do we have minions? We got minions. You know, kind of oddly enough, when I said the other day in Ori, the last movie I had watched was what did I say? It was Aladdin, and then I clarified, or I changed that because I forgot I had watched Bohemian Rhapsody a couple episodes ago in this playthrough or this series, and it just dawned on me that I had watched Despicable Me 2? The second Minions movie. And it was a cute movie. The only reason I watched it is I was looking on HBO Go to watch something, which, by the way, I typically don't do. But I've been doing it here lately. By lately, I mean the last couple months. And that was one of the movies that was going out of their rotation. And I'd never seen the first one, but compared to everything else that was going out of rotation, it seemed like the most interesting one to watch. And so I watched it, and it was a cute movie. Despicable Me 2, or The Despicabling, whatever the name of that film is. I love Steve Carell, too. Steve Carell's, he's a funny dude. And I know he's acting on the show. He seems like a good guy, though. Seems like a good guy. And by the show, I mean The Office. If that wasn't clear by the show. When talking about Steve Carell. Even if our courageous Arakali forged the foundations of the new empire within the ruination of the old, a fresh threat was born in the shadow of the mountains. A creature so devoid of divinity, so beyond humanity, that drew the very essence from the Arakali as the spider imbibes the life of the trapped moth. Our queen medicines had once sustained us, now famine and plague ravaged what little remained of our lands. As the beast of the mountains grew, Arakali waned until, helpless as a child, she lost even the faith of her more devoted Temple of Decay. I feel the shame for my ancestors as my spider's venoms burns in my belly. When our queen needed them most, her people betrayed her, bound her in silk, and left her to languish in the bowels of the pyramid, just as Arakali had done to Gothgril so many years before. Now she's returned, but it's not vengeance she wants. She is no mindless Gruthkol. Arakali, goddess of love, wishes only to embrace the world as she wishes she had been embraced. The Widow. Okay. I get the story. I get the plot. So if I go here, she's going to be nice to me, right? That's what that said. So about peace, love, and I'm a friend of Silk's, right? So I think he invited us to the wedding. So she better be nice to me. I don't think she's going to be nice, so I think that relic back there was a load of crap. I just feel like I was lied to, that's all. Okay, so let's look at this. Players have 20% less recovery rate of life and energy shield, 15% increased quantity of items found in this area. I wonder... That's a magic one. I wonder if those increase in difficulty if it's a rare one. Or if there's a way you can upgrade it from the outside. My guess is yes. Because why the need to feel the distinction to give it a blue outline if it wasn't capable to be upgraded to a different color? I just use white text, right? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't think I've seen a yellow one, but maybe I have. It is getting late, late in the evening here. This is probably going to be the last playthrough, or the last episode for this recording session. So I'm desperately trying to get through this spider wedding because I want to see what happens. So if we have to go over, we're going to go over. Because I'm not going to bed till I see what happens here. I'm bought in. I bought into the story now. Give me the payoff here. I know I kind of hinted a couple episodes about when this was recorded. I think I mentioned quarantine stuff with the virus. I hope everybody out there is doing okay, and people are staying safe and healthy, and taking care of each other, watching out for one another, kind of stuff. I mean, even if people aren't sick, there's a lot of people that aren't used to being in quarantine. If you are in quarantine, just make sure those people are okay. Through the vow letter. Sure. I had nothing. I was nothing. I saw. Okay, this is the same one. So maybe they're just tied to these areas. I hope everyone's doing okay. And I think they are. I assume they are. Well, hopefully everybody is. Yeah. Well, it was kind of a bummer to talk about that, but... we got a spider wedding we got to crash. As the first character solo dive to a depth of 32,550. I mean, I totally know what that is, guys. And congratulations for that amazing feat of diving in Path of Exile. Because there's a diving minigame, right, associated with this? We, of course, knew that. Yeah, we knew that. We didn't actually know that. You guys couldn't tell I was just joking around. Sounds cool though, I'm intrigued by it. It's a lot of different, I would call them, well, yeah, I'll call them minigames. Minigames, it's probably not the correct term, but there's a lot of minigames inside of this game. Was that the exit down there? Yeah, I think we've, we're 62. The XP is definitely slowed down a little bit here. Take a drink. I feel like this has got to be the last floor, right? We're kind of getting to the part where all the dirt's settled. Didn't quite do the floor all the way, too. No lighting, it's dark. They just didn't even bother putting lighting up down here. We're probably at the base floor. I don't know why she would choose to have her wedding in a basement. What's the bet on, well, there's another door over here. What's the bet on half spider, or top half human, bottom half spider, and top half spider, bottom half human? If I didn't say that right, you know, swap them around. I'm gonna go with, well, it's definitely top half human, right? With the spider body. And I really want to see the other one, but it's not going to be that. It'd be very bold of them to do it. Let's hope for it, though. The spider top half, human bottom half? No. She's all spider. Well, so we were wrong. We were even wrong in our assumptions there. More than a spider. More than a spider to me. Do you have to stay inside of the lines here? Seem too bad. Okay. Now I see what we're doing here. Give us a little warm up and then the light show. Okay, so you're definitely better off going closer and taking the acid spit than probably getting hit by those lasers. But she sounds upset. A lot of HP. Okay. Calm down now. She go back down? She did. Honestly, she's not too bad. I'd rather fight her than Kitava or Purity. All day long. Yep, that was it. On to Act 8.
Too much clutter.
Oh, I see. If I hold Alt. That's cool. Oh, if I hold Alt, I can see the filtered items. Oh, I feel pretty good about that now.
Many an artist of Esmerian descent has engaged in the sad worship of that sultry arachnid. But you looked in those hypnotic eyes and then ripped them out. She lies in her bed of sordid memory, alone. A little of the spider yet creeps and crawls in my palm. A touch more power for my subduer of gods.
Yeah, I don't trust you at all, Sid. I don't care what the game wants us to think. I don't trust you. 5% reduced damage taken from damage over time. 1% chance to avoid lightning damage from hits. Yeah, we're going with that. Because, I mean, bosses, they typically don't stun you.
You hear that?
Till they do.
No.
That was probably the bait there.
Singing us as the fly who escapes the web. Yes, it is most happy with us. And with your strange friend there too. He is a god. Yes, I can see that much. But why he helps you? Of all questions,
yeah,
that one you must have answered to.
We don't, though.
Now I must return to Broken Bridge.
I wish we did, but we actually don't. It's a problem. It's going to become a problem later. Did we... We didn't complete the incursion. Which, Well, let's go here and we can always quick travel over to the causeway and do the incursions. We'll just do the 10, and if they only give you 10, then... Well, we've learned something then, at that point. So this is Act 3. And this is Act 8. So it probably is going to go 4 is 9, and 5 is 10. Alright, so we got a waypoint here. We can actually go back. They just divided it up differently, I think. Go do the causeway real quick. Actually, we got quite a bit of time still left in this episode. Now why this episode feels long. That spider temple seemed massive to me.
Life is short.
Level 54. I wonder if you could just sit in Act 3 of the game on hardcore and just farm out XP until you're a level capped. Like how long that would actually take. Probably longer than I have patience for. Probably longer than the league lasts too. I think that's what this quest wants us to do.
Just in time. I found a way to
This is the incursion.
to the legendary temple of Arzoato.
Yeah, we know you did.
History repeats itself.
Enter incursion. Complete the incursion. Complete the temporal incursions. Well, we'll try. I mean, this feels like hard mode in the game. I wonder if you die in here... do we have to keep moving? Is that the thing? If we stand still, are we taking damage? It's kind of what it looks like. Like, standing still is a penalty. Yeah, that's what it looked like there. Zone of passage? No, give us that. Did we do it? Does that mean we did it? Let's kill this goofy goober here. Monsters killed. Did we do it? Complete the temporal incursions, 1 of 3. Yeah, I don't want any of that. Do I? Let's look at the gold ring.
Too much clutter.
Oh, I got full inventory. Well, we can teleport back. Take a drink. Always drink when the game's loading. Best time to drink. Yeah, so this is kind of what I was talking about earlier. Looks like the game crashed there. You know, I think we're experiencing really good frame rate and all that now, partially because there's no players playing this part of the game right now. Like, there's no reason actually to be playing normal mode. Everybody's either playing the Standard League or the Delirium League non-hardcore, or hardcore. So there's going to be very few players on here, and the ones that are on here are probably all max level. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a couple, but by and large, it's probably mostly just us. This looks good, but to all elemental resistances. That's very nice, actually. Can we? I feel like we're going to need to replace Paula's ring if we do it, because that doesn't have any resistances on it. And it's saying we cannot do that. Oh, it's because we got the trade window open. I think that was everything. I feel like that's worth it. The bit that we lose there for better rarity and a ton more resistances, really. Let's just take a look at how much that really was. 64, 75, 50. 51, so plus 14. Lightning up to 50. That's 13 for lightning, and cold stays the same. So, yeah, it's about 30 resistances by using that. Plus 30. Which makes sense, right? Makes sense. No, it doesn't actually quite make sense. Why doesn't that make sense? 51 to 64, 13. 50 to... Oh, 50 to 37. No, 37 to 50. That's 13 and 14 is 27. And lightning stays the same. I don't know. That's the numbers.
Greetings.
We're going with it. Tired of looking
Be
at it.
kind, if you can.
That was correct, but something was funny there. We were doing some funny basic math. I think I may have mentioned that I'm really good at the basic math, but I may have just came out as a fraud just now.
Yes?
You've found yourself a hideout. Could be a good staging ground once we've found the temple in the present day. Let me know if you've got space for me.
Can I just do incursions right here? View temple. Actually, doesn't look like I can, does it? No. Maybe I have to finish the quest for her first. Yeah, let's pick it up because we're just going to vend it. Ultimately, probably. Most certainly.
See, you survived your first incursion. Takaba did love his gladiator battles. Historical records aside, I suppose allowing him to live might make weapons easier to come by. Listen, these blood spells are fickle things. They must be performed under certain conditions. Days of the week, stars aligned, that sort of thing. I'll scout out a new location to perform the next ritual. Find me, and we'll continue our venture.
She's right there. Okay. So... right here? Oh no, that was not... I didn't even know that was must have been a side quest here. Well, I think she's supposed to stay in this causeway zone here, if I'm not mistaken. Find her where? On this map? Yeah, okay. I was about to not be upset, but...
You and I were 2 coins in the same purse. Your last foray got us a little expensive.
Let's, my minions are going to struggle with killing that.
Hello.
Let's do it.
It's time.
We missed the exposition there, but it's alright. I feel like if we're not moving, we're taking damage. If we're not summoning zombies, we're not... There, we got them all up. Just trying to stay moving here. So is it possible to finish that bar there at the bottom? The monster killed bar? Kinda looks like maybe. Was it successful or a failure? Felt like a failure. Should say good job though. Good job. Ah, we failed. We're confused. We'll say that.
I did love his gladiator battles. Historical records aside, I suppose allowing him.
Alright, that's the same thing you said last time. So it was 2 or 3.
Greetings.
Now we just have to find the 3rd one and then... She's probably down over here. Nope. We were wrong. We just lost abilities there for some reason. 23 strength or more required. How did we... we leveled up a gem. We did the thing you're not supposed to do. Well, we got beans on our shirt, guys. Beans all over our shirt. Can we do anything about it? Let's see. What's the offender? Damage on full life. And shield charge? Oh, we really want shield charge, though. That feels really bad, though, I'll be honest with you. I guess we'll just carry him around, and then we'll have to find a way to pick up more strength. I don't like that we lost, yeah. Not having a charge feels bad.
Hello, Exile.
How do we do the next incursion? Do we just... We'd like to do it, please? We have to find her, don't we? Oh, the lack of charge. Doesn't feel good, guys. It was the opposite of that. Well, maybe it's down this way, but I don't know why she would be down this way. Doesn't actually make sense. Complete the temple incursions. Well, how do we do the next incursion? This is where we're getting in trouble by not reading that. She's all the way down here? I don't know why she would do that. This is why you're supposed to read the thing, though. Or the tool, the help menu. I have the strange feeling there's not going to be anything over here. We're doing it anyway, though. Dear Charge, write me back, please. I miss you. Oh, no, that's her right there. Okay. Guys, we're a genius. I don't want to say we're the best player to ever play this game, but it kind of feels that way. It's starting to feel that way.
Ah, there you are. Ready to revisit the past? The more you kill, the more you change my map. And the closer we get to finding the temple in the present day. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I see.
It's time.
So the better we do, the more we uncover. If we can uncover everything, we open a temple. That will allow me to. And the Stone of Passage is probably like the item that's progresses us, right? Kind of get it. I don't know what this is, but we hit it. Oh, that's how we get to the next area, probably. No, we want to keep killing. Kind of hoping this guy will follow us out here, but doesn't think he's going to. Oh, it was another one that dropped. We just missed it, though. Ah, that's unfortunate. Cobalt Jewel. Do I have the wrong? No, it's saying to pick up all these.
Too much clutter.
No.
The temple looms closer with each new
Not worried about it.
Find me again, and we'll continue our task.
Kind of looks like we're semi-close to getting through it. That's mission complete, so we should be able to turn in a quest. Let's see if we can do it back at the... Oh, excuse me. Encampment here. Doesn't look like it. Let's at least identify these items and throw them in the bin. 10 energy shield. I can't really afford to lose the strength. We already are behind on strength as it is. If we ever want to get back to the days when we can run into people. Unabated. That day is not today, sadly. But we will return to grace. See a little bit of strength. We're pushing the edge of the episode here. I guess we can do this quest.
Just make life complicated.
Might as well.
So, this is Kishara's fading star.
Aye.
Just as I reckoned. It won't point me in any one direction. It can't make up its mind. I suspect you to me not being able to make up mine. I feel a tremor of prophecy coming over me, and some scallywags just stomped over my grave. If I go secretly, there's to be only disappointment and sorrow. And if that's what the future has in store, then it can keep it.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
If you're thinking about dying, trust old Whalem. Don't.
That's good advice, Wayla. Top notch, I'll keep that in mind.
Many an artist of Esmerian descent has engaged in the sad worship of that sultry arachnid. But you looked in those hypnotic eyes and then...
Yeah, this is what he said.
She lies in her bed.
Yeah, he said this last time. Although, it said we had a quest. I don't know what that's all about. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. We're heading into Act 8 next episode, and we're almost at the end of the game. Look at that guy, that hag. Yeah. So we'll be heading to Act 8 for next episode, and as usual, if you like the video, guys, I have to say this after every episode just because it's... my understanding is what the algorithm wants you to do, and just to remind people that they can do it if they're not thinking about it. So if you're getting tired of hearing it, sorry. I know it's every YouTuber does it nowadays. I have to do it, so I'm going to do it. If you like the video, leave it a like. Subscribe to the Unusual MaW, me, that's me, for more content, and we'll see you in the next episode of Path of Exile, Standard Edition. See you guys next time. Take care.